Hey everybody, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. You are watching Open. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Coming up on today's show, we'll sit down with the division director and alumni of an organization that is having a positive impact on at-risk youth in our community. Then we'll hear from a local after-school tennis program that is helping our youth to grow and on and off the court. It's a beautiful thing. And then we'll shine a spotlight on a young lady who's doing big things in our community in the world of theater. That's you guys, right? And arts. And then finally, we'll learn about an entrepreneur and speaker and business owner who's empowering other women in the business. Stay tuned, kick off your shoes and relax your feet. We're wide open. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. And hello and welcome back. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx, New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Big shout out to Rucker Park. They received that big landmark status uptown in Harlem. And also over the weekend, 75 years of Ravenswood. Wow, we were over there on the ones and twos and all that. And big shout out to Rochdale Village. Had that big cowboys to girls, you know, boots on the ground, where my fans at type of thing. And it was a successful get together. So thank you guys, and thank you for letting me share in that space and time with you over the weekend. Our first guests are the Division Director of Safe Harbor Services for the Children's Village and a child welfare advocate and published essayist. They're doing their thing. And they're with us today to speak about how mentorship provided empowerment for a young woman seeking to reclaim her story and so much more. So please welcome to the show Jennifer Madera and Gyselle Valentin. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
How you guys are sitting? You're sitting back, you're wondering, what's this guy? Wait, we're really on this show? Those cameras really working? Take a look at the cameras. Take a look at this one.
Right in front.
So listen, tell us, Gyselle and Jennifer, welcome to the show, first of all. And can you tell us about how you guys met?
So we met and I joined her Safe Harbor program and AO Beach program through Children's Village.
All right. Now, the Children's Village here in the city, because there's one in Dobbs Ferry.
Dobbs
right?
Ferry.
The Dobbs Ferry. That's where you guys met?
So Children's Village is huge. There's locations here in the Bronx, Harlem, Queens. Our particular site is in Valhalla in Westchester. And Gyselle was referred through the Administration of Children's Services for placement. They were having lots of challenges in finding an appropriate placement for her because of her history and basically what the paperwork said, right?
Yeah.
And we interviewed Gyselle, and we believed that she had kind of the skills to be able to be successful in our program. So.
Yeah. What were you going through before you got into the program?
I was just going through a lot of family trauma, and before I actually went to Miss Jen's program, I was in foster care since I was 8 years old, so it was a lot of trauma.
Yeah. And so once you got into the program, it just opened up a whole nother world for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it took some time because it was an environment at first I did not want to be in, but I grew a lot.
Yeah.
So
now,
it helped.
Did you come out of foster care and did you reside at Children's Village?
So I still reside at Children's Village, but I am living independently and I do have my own apartment.
All right, beautiful. Girl's got it going on. What?
She does. It was a journey. there was a lot of pain-based behaviors that came from the trauma, and a lot of challenges with like staff and adults who don't know how to interact with young people with trauma histories.
Yeah. Tell us more about the Safe Harbor Division. You're the director, and what are the programs and services offered at the at-risk youth, and what led you to get involved in what you're doing right now?
Yeah, so the Safe Harbor Division through Children's Village encompasses various programs, particularly those that focus on doing work with young people who have experienced trafficking and commercial sexual exploitation, complex sexual trauma. We have 2 agency-operated boarding homes where young people from foster care can come, they can reside, they receive treatment, they receive access to other kind of services and supports with the goal of having some sort of permanency or stability.
Yeah.
Under Safe Harbor Services, we also do therapeutic groups in the community, and I oversee a teen runaway and homeless youth shelter.
And tell us about the psychoeducational program.
Yeah, so back when the Safe Harbor legislation was passed, we were asked to create services, to provide services for this particular population with funding received by Westchester County. And I developed a 16-week research-based curriculum. And we do that in the local community. We make sure young people get transported there. And we provide psychoeducation and treatment on all kinds of topics that create vulnerabilities for exploitation.
So how has it helped you so far, emotionally and psychologically, and just getting your life together? It's a wonderful thing knowing more or less where you want to go, right?
Yeah.
I see you. You're on TV with us. So I know you guys are working together already. You got a plan to continue doing this?
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely. So I could say it helped a lot mentally to understand the situations that I was in the past, instead of always getting aggravated, not understanding what the situation was really about, and not listening to others and what others have to say. And now I just take accountability more often. And I would say I'm not as aggressive as I used to be, so it helped.
Well, let me turn you on to a secret. I was a person who was in Children's Village too.
Wow.
I plan on working for them.
I know you are. Because it's in your heart to try to help others get what they need out of life.
Yep.
DMX was up there. There was a lot of people that came through the same thing you're coming through right now. God is taking you to it. He's going to take you through it too, and you're going to be all right.
Yeah, I know.
I used to just go out and wonder, what my life was going to be about.
Yeah.
And everything tried to line up. My life tried to straighten out from there. Well, that was like the start of it. I mean, we were in the public school system with about 35 kids in the classroom. But when I got up there, it was about 10 of us, 8 to 10 of us. So we had that individualized attention. I just wanted to share that with you, just to let you know that you're not alone going through this. And give her a big round of applause, everybody, for coming through a lot of the stuff that you're coming through. And I really feel it in my heart that you're going to be successful. You ready for it?
Oh, I am.
All
I
right.
am. I definitely am.
That's what I'm talking about, yes, because, things don't have to stay the same,
Yeah.
You
got to be the change.
Yeah, I was like you. I was, I don't know if you were like, but I was hard-headed, didn't want to listen to anybody, and I didn't care about myself, so if I didn't care about myself, why should I care about anybody else?
Right.
And when I see that while I'm visiting schools or in a person, that's the danger right there. You don't care about yourself, you don't care about anybody else around you. So it becomes very, very dangerous. So what's next from here? Where are we going?
Yeah, so Gyselle has been doing a lot of great things in her youth advocate role. So like you said, she's a published essayist, so she wrote
You're on a roll. All right.
Yeah, she
I'm
wrote a
doing
story
things.
about her history to inspire other people, and kind of similar to what you're doing in terms of saying, hey, you're not alone, and
That's
you
right.
don't need to be perfect to speak out and speak up on the needs of this population and young people like myself. We recently went to Albany to a conference with the Office of Family and Children's Services where she got to speak some truth to power.
What?
Yeah, she got to give insight on programming and things that need to change systemically to support young people like
You
herself.
making moves?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am, definitely.
That's what you have to continue to do.
Yeah.
And we're all with you 100%. All right. So you went up to Albany. You did that. Any changes? Anybody said, hey, I'm going to try to help you do what you need to do to help you become successful?
It's in the works.
That's in the
No
works.
worries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
she,
I love it.
she provided some really great feedback in terms of programming, in terms of, the needs of young people and what would be most effective in those kinds of environments. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
I'm loving it. You should get together with the CEO of Children's Village and have her speak at one of their galas.
Who? Jeremy?
Yeah.
Jeremy Cahumbin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy. Yes, she is. Bring her in there, Jeremy.
That's right. That's right.
You ready? And she wants a job up there too. So
Yeah.
maybe you can line that up for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love Jeremy. Jeremy's a cool guy. too.
Amazing. Yes, amazing leader.
Yes. So, for other people working in the child welfare system and for our audience generally, what do we get wrong about the system and the kids it serves?
I think I'll start off by saying that young people are more than the referral materials that you get, right? These psychologicals and psychiatrics, they're more than the worst moments in their life. And without being given proper opportunities, even in the process of their healing, you're not going to see that growth.
Yeah.
And also in child welfare, I think people need to really understand how trauma affects behavior, and check in with their judgment and their biases, because I think that perpetuates a lot of negative attitudes and stereotypes to young people who are struggling.
Yeah. And Gyselle, she knows about that. She says, hey, I'm out here now. Gyselle, why did you make the choice to be so open about your wonderful experience? I'm saying wonderful because you came out of something into
I know.
something else. Yeah.
I decided to be open about it because I advocated for myself in the past, and I was being annoying about it. But I got my way by advocating.
But you know how to get your way in another way now.
Yes. So now it's like looking back at everything I've been through in different group homes, different settings, seeing what I've been through, seeing what my other peers been through, I just feel like there need to be a change, and nobody's speaking up about it, so might as well me be the change.
Let's jump up and do it. Let's jump up and do it. So do you guys have a website where we can continue following you guys? Because we're going to go to the page and see both of you guys up there, right?
We are in the works of creating a Safe Harbor, hopefully Instagram page in the future.
Yeah.
But Children's Village does have a website where you can find out more about Safe Harbor services.
And what is that? We got to put that up? I see it in small print.
Yeah,
right there in the bottom.
www.childrensvillage.org.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. You guys ready for the next episode? Because we're going to continue following you guys. You know that, right?
Yes.
And you're always welcome to come back.
Oh, I will.
All right?
I will.
We're partners?
Yes.
I've been through what you've been through.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
DMX
that.
has been there. A lot of other people, too. I'll share with
Yes,
you another time.
yes.
How do you say Mikasa?
Mi casa es tu
Su casa.
casa.
Mikasa is tu casa.
Yes.
Same
Thank
to
you
too.
so much.
Thank you.
you.
Wait, don't get up yet.
Okay.
Because look, you're still on TV.
Oh.
Everybody wait. You want to shout anybody out before we go?
Shout out my mother.
Oh,
yes.
all right. Mom, what's up, Mom?
Shout out my Safe Harbor team, my Powerhouse team. You guys are really doing life-changing work. Thank you.
Jennifer Madera, Division Director of Safe Harbor Services, Children's Village, and Gyselle Valentin. All right, Child Welfare Reform Advocate and Published Essayist. All right, do your thing. We'll take a quick break, and we've got more. It's all coming your way next on Open. There's a new channel to explore, and it's bringing the classics back to life. During the day, relive the BronxNet originals that sparked conversations and built community. At night, dive into the hip-hop throwbacks that defined the generation. One destination, two powerful lineups. Now playing on Optimum Channel 952, Fios 2138, and streaming at BronxNet.tv. BX Legacy, where history meets the moment.
19.7% of Bronxites currently experience food insecurity. Meanwhile, instead of these nice, colorful foods, this is the best food that they have access to. If this sounds like you, there are a bunch of resources to get healthy food for free or cheap. If you want to help, you might consider donating or volunteering in one of these places. Community fridges like this one are all over the city, and allow New Yorkers to conveniently donate extra food to people who might need it. Go to this link and find your nearest one. Food banks and pop-up events like these provide millions of healthy meals to families in need. These organizations are distributing meals to Bronxites as we speak, and are always accepting donations and volunteers.
And welcome back. You know, our next guests are the Assistant Director of Community Schools and the Community School Director for PSIS 71 for New York Junior Tennis and Learning. They join us to speak about the services that their after-school program offers to students both on and off the court. So please welcome to the show Mandisa Mchawi and Kim Feliz. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, those cameras are not there. It's just us.
Yes.
So you've been doing some wonderful things. We hear all about it, and now you're here to share it with the rest of the world. So for our viewers who may not know, what is the New York Junior Tennis and Learning Program, and what is its mission?
Yes, so NYJTL for short, of New York Junior Tennis and Learning.
Let me say
NYJTL. Was started by Arthur Ashe and Skip Hartman over 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And its mission is to develop the character of young people on and off the court for a lifetime of success.
Now, how important is that? Because people think that, a lot of people think, or students coming up in it think that, I just have to do my thing on court. But there's a whole thing, a character that you have to be a part of off the court.
Absolutely. Character development is very important, and I think we just saw that recently at the U.S. Open with one of the tennis players who lacked a little bit of character, I must say, when she didn't win well. So I think character development is very important, and not everybody is going to make it to the U.S. Open, right? And so character development is something that all young people need, and it's something that they can use throughout their life.
And it's good to practice that because sometimes the emotions are flying, the adrenaline is going, and one little thing happens, it could take you in that direction. Now you're in it. And what do you do when you're in it? So you have to try to calm yourself down. How would you work it out?
At PS 71, ACES looks like homework help for our students. ACES looks like our students taking cooking classes with City Harvest. We do podcasting. We have our students learn tennis. We have leadership classes. We have drama. Yeah, we have a lot of fun over there. Yes, basketball, soccer. We do it all.
So sports is great, but you also emphasize the importance of education.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We have, so our ACES programs, we have 30 programs throughout the city with 12 in the Bronx. And basically in all of our after-school programs, we do homework support, we do tutoring, we have metrics that we use to be able to see where students are and what kind of supports that they need. And we also have a large emphasis recently now on social and emotional learning. And so we've hired a full-time social work program manager who manages social work interns that we use throughout our after-school programs, and they support our students with small group instruction. They do mental health training. They provide services for the young people as well as for our families. And so it's really comprehensive, our mental health SEL
and you let
component.
them know, hey, there's no stigma involved in this right here. We're all trying to move in the same direction for a common cause, as I call it often.
Absolutely. And the tools and the skills that they learn now is something that they may not even know and understand that they need it now, but hopefully 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, they'll still use those skills that are given to them
the rest
to help
of their
them.
lives.
Absolutely.
So that foundational education is so very, very important.
Because that character development stays
And we do the
with
same
you
thing
forever.
when we're trying to teach people about broadcasting and talking in public and all of that. You know, I mean, we don't. Sometimes you get so comfortable. You know, you don't use all of those little things that you learned all the time, but you just this is my personality now. This is the way it is, and people understand it.
Yeah.
But you know, you're teaching youngsters how to broadcast and how to speak and how to shake somebody's hand and look them in the eyes and everything. And it's something, even if they don't get involved in broadcasting or using their voice in public, it's something that they can use for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely.
In any job.
Yeah.
In any job, you have to learn how to communicate a little bit better.
Yes.
Yes. So tell us about some of the things that we didn't talk about yet. What's very, very special about what you guys are doing?
So NYJTL encompasses so many things. So we have right in Crotona Park, our Carrie Leeds Tennis Center, which just recently was selected one of 10 community hubs by USTA, one of 10 out of the country, by USTA to be what's considered a community hub. So Carrie Leeds really is a community hub. Young people come there to play. It's super intergenerational, so you can have someone as young as 6 along with someone as old as 80, 85 playing tennis right next to each other and interacting with each other in that area. And it's also an opportunity and a place for people to just come and be able to utilize resources that they have available there.
And you were smiling like you wanted to piggyback off of that just a little bit.
I wanted to put an emphasis on the fact that it truly is a community hub. We have students who go there and they're repetitive students. They're students who grow within the building, and it's really beautiful to see and to witness. Yeah.
Good, good. Do you guys play?
A little bit. Yeah.
I play a little bit too, in my mind.
No, for me, I always love getting on the court, especially with young people, playing against them, hitting the balls against them, even if it's just like a little fun pickup game or whatever. And then when I go to Carrie Leeds, I go and I get on the court and I act like I know how to play. So there's no Serena or Venus in my future. However, you know, it's actually really fun to do, and it's a really good exercise.
No, but when you're playing, you know, you put some of those people that you love to watch in your mind, and sometimes you try to do some of those moves.
And you have a whole new respect for them, too. You're like, this is really hard to do. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, though.
Have you ever aced?
I have once, but that's just because I was playing against somebody who was really new and they didn't.
Oh, you took advantage of it.
I kind of did. I did a little bit, yes. I did.
Good.
But yeah, NYJTL has a lot going on. We also have a community tennis program where we manage community tennis courts around New York City, and we have coaches who come and support young people and play tennis in the community that they live in, which is very important because tennis is not a necessarily accessible sport. It's pretty considered to be like an elite sport because of how much it costs to get on the courts and things like that. And so these programs are provided free of cost to people in the communities and young people across the city.
So you mentioned how much it costs. It's like golf. Once you get involved, you're going to be buying some stuff. What is some of the stuff that people need?
Rackets. balls. It costs money to rent out tennis courts everywhere in New York City.
Yeah.
So the benefit of having our programs there is that we cut the cost. All of our students receive tennis rackets for free. We have tennis balls at their disposal as well, just to participate in our program. And we really bridge that gap that might have not been there without us. Yeah.
And young people who show a promise in our ACES program can go on to be part of our Scholar Athletes program. And our Scholar Athletes program get individualized instruction from the tennis coaches at Cary Leeds, and through that process will also get scholarships for when they graduate high school.
That's important because a lot of people don't really have the places where they need to play to get that shine going, to move to the next level.
Or access to
the
quality
Williams
coaching.
sisters went through it.
Right.
You know, but luckily, thank God for their father.
For their father.
You know, he's right there.
Because he could do that. But quality coaching is difficult to come across and to be able to afford. And so because these services are provided free to young people, that thing that might be considered a barrier is no longer a barrier for them.
Roger Federer used to work with your organization, NYJTL.
TL.
Check it out, TL. So he did a lot of work. Were you there when he was working with you guys?
I was not.
But you heard he was doing some work with you.
Yes, and we recently just, Kim Feliz was just the nominee at our gala last May. And this year is the 10th anniversary of the Cary Leeds Tennis Center. So,
great.
Yes.
Where do you have your galas at?
In the city, I forgot the name of, it's a ballroom.
Yeah, when you do it again, make sure you invite us down.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to let them know. We would love to have you.
Yeah. What's on the horizon? What's next for you guys?
I think expansion in other or more schools, I think, is on the horizon. I think the community hub is going to be really important with the USTA. That's going to be on the horizon, and just making sure we provide quality service to the members of our community.
And Kim, how do people qualify? If somebody wants to get involved and say, hey, you know, I want to become a tennis player.
A way to just qualify is to have a love for children and a love for tennis. If we're talking about it being a career, and if somebody just wants to be a tennis player, they just have to express interest. Have that curiosity, which I really think feeds the purpose of our program, right? We want to introduce them to something new.
And you guys being in it, you can see that. When you can see who wants to be what.
Yep.
Who's very interested. What's the website? Any social media? How can we follow you guys?
Yes, we're everywhere. So we're on, our website is nyjtl.org, and you can get all of the information regarding all of the various programs that we have in the Cary Leeds Tennis Center. We're on Instagram at New York Junior Tennis and Learning. We're on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn. If you want to find us, we can be found.
There you go. Mandisa Mchawi.
You're good.
I was going to say it. And Kim Feliz, thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate you.
You come back, can you bring me a shirt?
Absolutely.
Yes. I promise I'll put it on right on the set.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right, enjoy. We're going to come in. Don't go yet.
Okay.
Look. We'll take a quick break. I've got more open coming your way next. Thank you.
Only 57% of New York City high school students are college ready by their senior year. .5% of high school graduates either have no plans to attend college or are uncertain that they will ever attend. .34% of young adults don't go to college because they can't afford it. Discover what's possible. BronxNet's education programs, internships, and opportunities help engage and inspire Bronx youth and beyond to pursue their passions. Be a part of the BronxNet family. Whether you're interested in our shows, joining a class, or donating to support our mission, visit BronxNet.org to learn more.
And welcome back. Our next guest, our rising sophomore of Talent Unlimited High School and Executive Director of Inside Broadway. They join us to highlight the programs and opportunities Inside Broadway offers to public school students and so much more. So please give them a warm, big welcome and a big round of applause. Thank you, everybody at home, everybody in the studios. Sienna Calderon and Katie McAllister is in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
So, Talent Unlimited?
Yes, my high school.
You still go? Mm-hmm. All right. My daughter went to that school.
Really?
That's right there on First Avenue. No, Second Avenue.
Yeah, 68th and 2nd Avenue.
Yeah.
What major?
Well, she sings.
Oh, so vocal. I'm musical theater.
You are?
Yeah.
All right. But she went, I had to run across the bridge and get her. That's 9/11. No.
Oh, Mom complains about the tolls all the time.
Yeah, I know. So tell us a little bit about the organization that you guys are working with and the things that you guys are doing. And we'll kick it off like that.
So thank you for having us. Inside Broadway, this is our 43rd year. And we are a New York City-based children's theater. And we work with about 123 schools in all 5 boroughs. Close to about 100,000 children participate. We do musical theater, playwriting, dance, drama, acting. And then we have a huge after-school program. We also do a Creating the Magic program, which is a careers in theater program where we partner with a Broadway show. And so students get to come and see pieces of the show, and then they also get to see how everything works, all those careers. We have a professional tour that goes out to all of the schools that are in our after-school program. Last year we did Charlie Brown. This year we're doing The Marvelous Wonderettes. And we've also been a DOE vendor for the 43 years that we've been together. We do social emotional learning and a lot of programming. We also house Sienna. A lot of her programming with us is our Summer Stock Junior, where in 2 weeks we put up a full show.
Summer Stock Junior.
Inside Broadway Summer Stock Junior program every August. So in 2 weeks, we just did Shrek Junior. We just finished that. So the students come in, they work with 3 theater professionals, a professional music director, professional director, choreographer. They also go to a Broadway show. They have seminars with Broadway professionals.
Katie, it looks like you were in acting for a long time. No? Yes? No?
I was in acting, but I've also been in education for a very long time. This is my 34th year in education. So,
no, I can see you on Broadway.
I think the only time I've ever actually gotten to be on Broadway, that was a dream, but I think the only time I ever get to really be on Broadway is at our Creating the Magic. I always sneak up on Broadway and get a photo, get up on the stage.
There you go, you were there, you stepped up on stage.
It doesn't matter, that's what, it's what I tell my sisters. I'm like, it counts. Photo of me on Wicked counts.
There you go. So, tell us about Inside Broadway a little bit more. How did you get involved, Sienna?
I got involved, I did their COSTA program in 5th grade for my elementary school, PS 182. And then from there, I got invited to do their summer camp, the Summer Stock Junior. And my first year was Addams Family. And then from then on, I started to do the other camps, and I got opportunities to do Creating the Magic and things like this. And yeah.
This is what you love? This is what you want to do?
Yeah, this is what I want to do. I didn't realize it until I started Inside Broadway. I've always had a love for singing, acting, dancing, and then through them I started to realize this is what I want to do, and now I go to high school for it, and I take vocal coaching, and I get opportunities like this, so I'm here now.
Great. Look at that.
And Sienna is also one of our, last year we started a program called the Broadway Insider, where 2 students are selected from public schools and they get to present at Creating the Magic. So last year at Hell's Kitchen with our Creating the Magic, Sienna and another student, Isaiah, they were actually up on stage getting to ask questions of the cast. They got to learn dance moves from the choreography. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
How do you overcome being frightened? Because a lot of people are frightened of a microphone or going on stage. And like,
it was
somebody said,
actually,
breathe.
it was so, I was nervous, but when you look around, everybody there is there to support you. Like the cast of Hell's Kitchen, I love them.
Yeah.
They're so sweet. And everybody's there to support you and bring you up because everybody is in your shoes or has been in your shoes. And just take a breath. You're doing what you love and what you enjoy, and you're with people that support you and love you. And not a lot of people get opportunities like that. So you have to just be in the moment and be yourself.
Be in the moment and prepare before you get there. If you can,
Oh,
sometimes
yes.
things come off the cuff, and but you're still prepared in another
Yeah,
way.
prepare
Say,
for
all right,
anything.
I've been doing this for a while. Okay, let's jump out there. There it is.
Just psych yourself up.
Yeah. When I first started doing this, went to school for radio and TV, but I went into the radio area. But when I first started doing this over here, somebody walked by and kicked out the plug with a different system. Kicked out the plug to the teleprompter. Now you're disconnected. But as you can see, I have another script here, but I didn't have another script here at that time. It just went off, and so I went back into radio, and I started ad-libbing, and I ad-libbed my way back into a commercial. So they were able to fix it.
If it works, it works.
But yeah, prepare before you get there. Things happen, so you just have to be spontaneous. But but this is what you love. Did you look up to anybody? Who were some of the people that you say, hey, I can do that? I'm gonna look like this person.
This woman right here.
Yeah. Aww.
She always this woman. I love Miss Katie with all my heart. She gave me opportunities and things that things that no other kid has. I feel like every kid should get to experience what I experienced or experience through them. And also I look up to my mom. I love my mom. She's over there.
Mom, big shout out to you.
Yeah, she gives me so many opportunities like everybody else, and she really works hard, and I want to be like her. And also the creative team, Mr. Robbie, he was also one person I really, really look up to. He gets a whole lot done. He does vocal coaching, he does Inside Broadway, he does other things besides that. And he's able to carry that and balance that and do what he loves at the same time.
Great.
So I really look up to that too.
Did you have to put together a monologue?
Yes, I did. For high school, when I auditioned, I had to do 2 monologues, 2 songs, and yeah.
Do you remember one of them?
So, not really. There's been quite a few.
I had to do one in college, but I don't remember. I forgot what I did it on.
I think I did one about, actually I don't remember.
You do remember?
Not really.
Okay. So I'm not going to ask you to do it then.
I remember the songs. I remember I did, for high school, I did Wherever He Ain't, and I did Breathe from In the Heights.
Yes, yes.
The monologues I don't remember, though.
But you had to do what you had to do in order to get where you wanted to go.
Yeah.
Katie, what makes your organization so unique, and what sets it apart from other organizations?
So at Inside Broadway, I'm a very firm believer, and so it really works well with the company. The arts are for everyone.
Yes.
No matter who you are, where you live, what you believe, everyone deserves the arts. I like to always tell people that, in the theater, when you play a character and you walk in someone else's shoes, you understand that person. And you can never unwalk. You really never take those shoes off. They become a part of you. And so theater builds empathy. It builds understanding. And that's what Inside Broadway really strives to do. None of our programs are cookie cutter. Everything is tailored to a school.
Yeah.
We work with 3K up to 12th grade, students who are in D75, which is District 75, students with disabilities. It's a big passion of mine. It's a big passion of Inside Broadway's. We want to make sure that, our multilingual learners, everyone gets included, because the arts open new worlds. And as I said, it builds empathy, it builds community, and that's really something we need today in this world, to be able to understand each other. When you read a book, it opens your mind. When you play a character, it opens your mind. It opens your world. And so you can sit in the classroom, but still your world is opened by just stepping on that stage for a moment. And so for us, it's really important, and all of our programs work together. So we have hands-on experiential learning, but then we have our tour that comes to your school. And that way, with like to
So you
say,
have that's an outreach program.
it's an outreach.
Yeah.
So last year, as I said, we did You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. This year, we're doing The Marvelous Wonderettes. We're one of the few children's theaters. We actually use 802 musicians. We use equity actors, SDC directors and choreographers, because students deserve top tier. We live in New York City, where Broadway is a little inaccessible.
The number one market in the world.
There you go.
Yes.
So they get
Everybody's trying to come here. Sienna,
Everybody comes
You're in the
here.
place to be.
So if we bring it to you, because obviously we can't take everybody to a Broadway theater because there's capacity. So we bring that quality theater to you with a little bit of history, everything, and then our hands-on experiential learning, and then creating the magic shows students that you may not want to be on stage, but there's this entire village backstage that are these wonderfully paying jobs that are union jobs, but they're also incredibly creative. Costume designers, set designers, lighting, all of these things.
Nobody knows about all of those things when they're sitting out in the audience. They don't know that, you know, there's somebody in charge of the aesthetics and everything that's happening, lighting, and all those things that happen backstage.
100%. And so when our students get to see that, and they're in a show at the same time with Inside Broadway, they make all those connections that, wow, my costume just didn't appear out of nowhere. Someone actually thought about that. So all of our programs work together in that way, and also really serve the whole community, because when parents come, it is really, whether your child is in general ed or your child is in a D75 school, it's so important for every parent to have that moment and to see their child in a show and to be able to experience that as a family, because it can be life-changing. So all of our programs are that, and then of course our summer program is very important.
That's all a part of creating the magic.
It absolutely is.
There's mom's with you 100%? Mom is here?
Oh yeah, she's right there.
Yeah. You can shout it out. Yes, I'm here.
I'm here. Hi, Mommy. Hi.
So, how does Mom feel about a lot of the things that you're doing right now?
I feel like 5 years ago when I first started, I feel like she would never know, or never would have guessed I would have been right here now. It is overwhelming because it's a lot, like vocal coaching and also going to school for it and also doing summer camps at the same time. But at the end of the day, it's also really rewarding. Like every single time I do a show with Inside Broadway and I come out the show, she's always there and she welcomes me with flowers and she's like, "You did amazing." And she's my biggest supporter. I love her. But yeah, it may be overwhelming, but she's always there and she always is happy to see that end result.
So you have her support 100%. Yeah.
But also backup stuff, like get education, things like that.
All right, Mom.
I'm 100% supportive of whatever if it's going to keep her on the straight
Mom,
and narrow.
come over here for a second.
Hi, Mom.
If you can, just get in here, right in here. And there you go. Now, what were you saying? You can talk into my microphone.
I'm 100% supportive. If this is what she would love to do and it keeps her on the straight and narrow, supporting her education and supporting her activities that she wants to do, I'm always there. So if it means that I have to go above and beyond to whatever, even if it's expenses or drive her from point A to point B, in order for her to be successful, I'm all for it.
Mom, thank you so much. Thank you for that wonderful support. And that's what it's going to take, too.
Yes.
Everybody working together, moving together in the same direction for a common cause to make that child successful.
Right.
And let's give a shout out to Sienna. She is probably the hardest working student I've ever met inside Broadway. She's so dedicated and she has a lot of things on her plate, but she also really values the arts and she sees where that's a part of her life, and so she really digs into it.
Great. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for all that you do and continue to do in helping others get what they need out of life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Katie McAllister, Executive Director, Inside Broadway. Sienna Calderon, student and Broadway insider. And Mom Calderon. Thank you for all that you do, too. Thank you for your support.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll take a quick break. I've got more coming up next on Open.
We are the Eco Leaders. We learned that everything starts with ourselves. Then we have to educate ourselves. Then we have to build community and use our imagination.
Nineteen 19.7% of Bronxites currently experience food insecurity. Meanwhile, instead of these nice, colorful foods, this is the best food that they have access to. If this sounds like you, there are a bunch of resources to get healthy food for free or cheap. If you want to help, you might consider donating or volunteering in one of these places. Community fridges like this one are all over the city, and allow New Yorkers to conveniently donate extra food to people who might need it. Go to this link and find your nearest one. Food banks and pop-up events like these provide millions of healthy meals to families in need. These organizations are distributing meals to Bronxites as we speak, and are always accepting donations and volunteers.
And welcome back. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and our last guest is a speaker, business consultant, author, and the founder and CEO of Business of We Women Entrepreneurs, and the co-founder of Women Construct. And she joins us to speak about how she is empowering women in business and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Paolina Lopez. Paolina Lopez, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes. Paolina, are you in New York?
I am a native New Yorker, indeed.
You're in Forest Hills, Queens?
I am.
Oh, yeah, I see the address. Let me give it to everybody. No, I'm only kidding about that part. Tell us about your journey as a consultant and business owner, and how did you get your start in consulting?
Well, like your typical Latinos, we have a particular expectation of what the journey should look like. Too well, study hard, get that job, and follow that path. I mean, and while I obviously respect and value tradition, I knew very early on that my path would be very different. So I climbed the corporate ladder, and I was grateful and blessed to have some really great opportunities where I was able to hone in on my skills. The turning point in the trajectory came when I got divorced and became a single mom. And I felt that gave me that inspiration to do more, of course, to lead my daughter and to be a role model for her. So that changed the trajectory pretty quickly.
Yeah. Were you in the corporate world before you started all of this?
I was. My corporate career spans from finance, human resources, and of course, hospitality, communication, marketing.
Yeah. And what made you want to jump out of it? What was that trigger?
Oof. Aside from being a single mom and seeing a need now to lead and create impact, that trajectory shifted when I decided to seek my own entrepreneur journey and start supporting and impacting small business owners. And I quickly saw the gift. I saw that there was a way that I was turning these ideas and these passions into action, and that quickly grew into a business. And it's not for the faint of heart, I will say, but it was definitely one that I am humbled and grateful for.
Celebrating a decade?
Celebrating more than a decade, I must say. I started my consultancy back in 2013, and that was shortly when I stepped down from my career. And then I launched my community organization in 2016. So we are celebrating an impact from the launch of the Business of Women Entrepreneurs.
Yeah. You're also an author, right?
I am. I co-authored 3 books at this point.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And what are they?
One is Today's Inspired Latina. The other one is Journey to the Stage. And the third one is Today's Inspired Leader.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And what inspired you to start the business of We Women Entrepreneurs?
Well, that came from recognizing that women thrive in sacred spaces. They need the inspiration, accountability, support, and we bring them together in a live component. We are strictly offline, and it's the importance of relationship building, showing up, genuinely connecting with others, being able to be held accountable for your steps and your journey through entrepreneurship, and more importantly, the tools and resources you need to build that business and make it into a profitable, fulfilling business that you can expand and scale.
Beautiful. And what programs and services do you offer women in business as a consultant and influencer?
Absolutely. So we offer a range of programs that focus on leadership development, business strategy, community building, and that looks like a full programming of monthly masterclasses where we bring in industry expert speakers to support the audience. We also come together quarterly for bigger and larger events. We do Q1 conference for International Women's Day. Q2, we host a much anticipated wellness retreat getaway experience in the Caribbean. Q3, we do a fun summer soiree where we bring them together in the summertime so they can stay proactive. And then, of course, Q4 is all about business and ending the year strong. So we host our annual Small Business Summit.
When is that again? Because I think we want to. And what island is it on again?
Oh, the wellness retreat. That is held in the Dominican Republic, and spring of 2026, we're hosting our 9th annual wellness retreat getaway experience.
You're going to let us know about it?
We'll let you know about it.
Oh, it's a private thing.
It's for the community, yes.
Yeah,
we bring a small group of women where they unplug, disconnect, and they not only work on their businesses, but they're working on their self-care, so they're not burning out, and they're, thriving in all areas of their life.
And you're going back to the Dominican Republic?
Correct. But we sprinkle other events. We also have a conference that we co-partner in the island of Puerto Rico, La Isla del Encanto, and that's happening next week, mid-September.
What advice can you share with our young women at home watching this who might want to get into the same business as you?
Not even if it's just a business like mine, but any type of entrepreneur journey that they want to tap into. And I'm a big believer that you have to start now. Don't wait.
Don't wait.
Don't wait.
Get it done now.
Get it done now. And that doesn't have to be massive. That could be step by step. Because for every moment that you're waiting, that's every moment that you're pushing it away. And I'm a big believer of that. So get clear, get focused, stay actionable, and take every step you need to take to make that happen.
Yeah. Paolina, do you are you in the process of maybe putting the pen to the paper for that 4th book?
Could be a possibility. I'm glad you asked, because I've co-created a couple of these books. Were all co-creations, but I am looking to put my very own book out there. So thank you for asking.
And any speaking engagements coming up that we should know about?
Always. So like I said, I will be speaking in La Isla del Encanto, Puerto Rico for the National Women's Collaborative's annual summit that's coming up next week. And then, of course, I am getting ready for my incredible 10th annual Small Business Summit, which is happening in October right here in New York City.
All right.
And we'll be celebrating a decade of impact serving women entrepreneurs. However, it is open to men and women.
Yeah, because men can learn from women and vice versa,
Absolutely. And we absolutely appreciate the support, guidance, feedback, and perspective of men when it comes to launching businesses. So absolutely, we need them in the room.
And that's in October. Is it open to the public? Or you have to sign up and register?
You have to sign up for and register. We are scheduled for Monday, October 27th, right here in the middle of New York City, the heart of New York City, on 34th Street. And that is a full day actionable experience where you bring your laptop and you get work done. We want to end the year strong.
We have to stick our head in the door.
Absolutely. Let's make that happen.
You are the co-founder of an organization also. You want to touch that briefly?
I am the co-founder of Women Construct, and that serves women that are in the architectural, engineering, construction industry.
All right.
And the reason I got involved with that is because that is part of my corporate career. I worked for real estate development, property development, construction. So I found the need to get involved and support these women that are out there and creating impact in such a male-heavy industry. And we love those women. They're kicking butt.
Yeah, so you throw the hard hat on and go out there and be a part of what they're doing.
That's right. That's right. And that's also entrepreneurship, because we do
It
have...
is.
It is.
Absolutely.
We have women that are obviously architects, and they have their own business when it comes to the AEC industry. So we want to serve and support them as well.
So do we know everything about you yet, or just some of it?
There's so much more to tell, as you can imagine. It's a 13, 15-year trajectory in entrepreneurship, and of course, 10 years creating impact with the business of We. So there's much to tell, but I'm a big believer that you have to be in the room to experience it firsthand. That's what it's about.
You got to be in it to win it. All right,
You got to be in it to win it. That is my absolute favorite saying.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself a few years down the road? Where do you want to be?
That's a great question. I would say it's going to be...
And some people need to give it more thought, because I'm wrapped up in so much right now. I need to get this done. But as soon as I get this behind me, I want to think about the next episode.
We're always on to the next. I know all too well about that. Every time I host an event, next day, I'm already working on the next. That's because that builds momentum.
Yeah.
So once you're clear and that you created that impact, you're ready to serve higher, do more.
That's the type of person you are. That's what it takes, that drive, that, that stick-to-itiveness and all of that.
Yeah. I love it.
Where can we find more about you? You got it all lined up on your website or social media?
Absolutely. So the community is The Business of We, or Business of We, on Instagram and all social handles. And our website is shortened to bizofwe.com, where they can learn more about the events we have coming up, and also how to be part of the community if you want to be in that type of sacred space for your own entrepreneurial journey. And of course, I do my consultancy, which is at PaolinaLopezConsulting.com or PaolinaLopez.com. And they could read more about how they can seek one-on-one guidance for the next journey and step.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Paolina Lopez, Business of We Women Entrepreneurs. We love you. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do and continue to do.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
You got it. See you again soon, okay?
See you soon. Thanks again.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. I want to thank you, our guests, for joining us, and you, our viewers, for tuning in and checking it all out. Keep following us on social media at BronxNet TV. You may join us for another episode next week, all right? I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. And I'll see you over 107.5 WVLS. I love you all. Peace.